of inaccuracy. We have seen this, right? Large language models or the image generation services, they are not perfect. And their ability vary on different tasks. When McKinsey surveyed people like business about generative AI, the biggest concern they have is inaccuracy because it makes things up. And in certain businesses, either it's consulting or finance or healthcare, you cannot make things up. Maybe consulting is a little bit different, but finance and healthcare, there are very strict regulations on like all this. So you will need those chatbots to have references to the real source so that you can evaluate whether it's correct or not. You don't want to be the lawyer who made up 10 cases on the court and get caught on the like in that legal battle there, right? So that's like, so there. I mean, for those of you who are not aware of that, okay, well, you're a lawyer. I don't know in what country they went to the court with cases that's made up by ChatGPT, and they didn't bother to verify that, and it was found out that all those 10 cases were false or were made up. So you don't want to do that. But legal professions is also one big target for all those generative AI services. So the inaccuracy comes from two sources, the input and the output. The input is about the prompt you throw into this large language model. How you say it matters. And different quality of input will produce different output. That's the first one. Second one, even if you are doing the best, you cannot produce perfect answers. So the output has to be filtered, processed to do something to make it work so that it's good enough. So the two ends of the thing, I think they are going to produce some startups or specialized companies who focus on certain industries so that like they accumulate data about their customers, their demand, and that becomes a dedicated service to certain industries, tailors the like just using those large language models and tailor that for different industries. So that's the first challenge. The second challenge is the transparency challenge. So Stanford and Princeton, they have produced a transparency index. And these are the ranking of the large language models that we see today. And the best one, Llama 2 from Meta, is scoring 54%. So like for Llama 2, it's called the open model because they released all their parameters, but they don't release their data that they train. And we're not sure whether you can repeat that. So, and a lot of that reward training, instruction fine tuning, and policy model training, you don't really have how they did it, right? So all that things. So in that sense, they are not really transparent. And the executive order that's released 3 days ago by the White House is about that: safe, secure, and trustworthy AI. But they went in the way that if your model surpasses certain computing requirements, you have to report and also probably have to be audited by the government. And that started quite a debate among all the AI participants. So some are saying they are preventing innovation because of this strict regulation. Others saying we need to do that, but they might have different motivations. But what I want to say here is the transparency problem is a real problem because when you ask a business,